Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Inevitable, and this is the Calm Face Violent Ambition podcast, where I'll be speaking about literally anything that sparks my interest and sharing my perspective on it. Thanks once again for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the video. So today we're going to be speaking about a very interesting topic in the world of finance, money, and investments. Okay, and this is called the latte factor. Essentially, how small daily choices add up to big wealth. This subject blends psychology, finance, and discipline, and it challenges us to see that wealth is not built in giant leaps but in consistent steps. Okay? The latte factor is popularized by financial author David Bach. It shows how small, seemingly insignificant daily expenses like buying a latte, eating out, or impulse shopping can add up to massive amounts of money over time. The principle is simple. If you redirect those small daily costs into savings or investments, they compound into wealth. The latte factor is not about deprivation, it's about awareness. It teaches us that financial freedom is built not on one big decision, but on thousands of small ones. Okay? So, like I do in all my videos, I'll be breaking this topic down into four different sections, and at the end of those sections, I'll be providing you with some practical steps on how we can go and implement this insight into our daily lives and our daily doings. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into it. So, section one, understanding the latte factor. The latte factor is about recognizing the hidden power of small choices. Every dollar spent on convenience or impulse is a dollar that could have been invested in your future. The concept challenges us to shift perspective. Instead of asking, can I afford this today? Ask, what does this cost me over a lifetime? You know? So point number one, daily habits matter. A $5 coffee each day equals $150 a month, nearly $1,800 a year. Over decades invested, that could grow into tens of thousands of dollars. Okay. Point number two, compounding magnifies small savings. Redirecting small amounts into investments allows compound interest to multiply them over time, turning pennies into power. Point number three, awareness creates control. The latte factor is not about guilt, it's about realizing that small leaks sink big ships, and plugging them changes your financial trajectory. Okay? Point number four, opportunity cost is real. Every dollar spent today is a dollar that could have been invested in your freedom tomorrow. For example, choosing to brew coffee at home and invest the difference could fund retirement savings or a child's education. Wealth is not built in one stroke, it is built in the rhythm of daily choices. Okay? So the latte effect teaches us that small decisions today become massive outcomes tomorrow. Powerful. So I really love to hear your thoughts on section one, understanding the latte factor. Alright? Diving into section two, the psychology of spending. I feel like we've touched base on this before in a previous video, but now we're going to be integrating the concept of the latte factor into this section, okay? So the latte factor is not just about money, it's about mindset. Consumer culture encourages instant gratification, convincing us that small indulgences don't matter. But psychology shows that habits shape destiny. By becoming conscious of daily spending, we reclaim control over our financial story. Okay? Point number one, instant gratification blinds us. We focus on the pleasure of the moment, ignoring the long term cost and compounding effect. Point number two, habits create identity. Daily spending patterns reflect values, whether we prioritize comfort now or freedom later. Point number three, Emotional spending traps us. Stress, boredom, or social pressure often drive small purchases that add up silently. Point number 4. Social influence magnifies habits. Friends, colleagues, and culture normalize spending patterns that may not align with our goals. Point number 5. Awareness rewires behavior. Tracking expenses reveals patterns helping us shift from unconscious consumption to intentional choice. For example, someone who spends $10 daily on snacks may not notice until they track it, realizing it's $300 a month, $3,600 a year. Every purchase is a vote for the future you are building. Okay? So the psychology of spending shows us that awareness is the first step to freedom. Powerful. Okay? So that was section 2, the psychology of spending integrated into the Latte factor. Okay? So now we're diving into section 3, redirecting small choices into wealth. Okay? The power of the Latte factor lies in redirection. It's not about cutting out joy, it's about channeling small amounts into growth. When daily savings are invested, they compound into wealth that far outweighs the temporary pleasure of consumption. Point number 1. Savings become investments. Redirecting $5 a day into an index fund could grow into hundreds of thousands over a lifetime. Okay? Point number 2. Compounding is exponential. The earlier you start, the greater the growth, because time multiplies money in ways that are invisible day to day but staggering over decades. Point number 3. Automation ensures consistency. Setting up automatic transfers makes saving effortless, turning discipline into habit. Point number 4. Sacrifice becomes empowerment. Choosing long-term freedom over short-term indulgence builds confidence and control. Point number 5. Diversification strengthens growth. Redirected savings can be spread across stocks, bonds, or retirement accounts, multiplying security. For example, investing $150 a month at 8% annual return could grow to over $250,000 in 40 years. Right? Just imagine that. Redirecting small choices is not deprivation, it is transformation. Okay? So redirecting daily spending into savings turns small sacrifices into lifelong wealth. Powerful. So that was section 3, redirecting small choices into wealth. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. I really love to hear them. Okay? So now we're diving into section 4, building wealth through consistency. The Latte factor is ultimately about consistency. Wealth is not built by one-time windfalls, it is built by steady, disciplined action. By making small, intentional choices every day, we create habits that compound into freedom. Point number 1. Consistency beats intensity. Saving small amounts daily is more powerful than occasional big efforts that lack discipline. Point number 2. Habits create momentum. Once saving becomes routine, it builds confidence and reinforces discipline, creating a cycle of growth. Point number 3. Wealth is a lifestyle. The Latte factor shifts identity from consumer to investor, from spender to builder. Point number 4. Freedom is the reward. Consistency creates options like retirement, traveling, security, and peace of mind. Point number 5. Generational impact. Consistent habits not only build personal wealth, but can create legacies for children and communities. For example, someone who consistently invests $10 a day for decades builds wealth without ever feeling deprived. Consistency is the bridge between small choices and big outcomes. So wealth is not an event, it is the result of consistent daily choices that compound into freedom. Powerful. And that was section 4, building wealth through consistency. So do let me know your thoughts on section 4 as well. Like I mentioned, I really love to hear them, and I'll definitely be reading through each and every one of them and responding to them. Okay? So now we will be diving into the golden nuggets of the video, my practical steps of implementation, and how we can go ahead and integrate this insight into our daily life of investing and our daily doings. Okay? So let's dive into it. Step number 1, track your daily spending. Write down every small purchase for a week. Awareness reveals hidden patterns and unconscious leaks. Step number 2, identify your latte factor. Find the recurring expense, that coffee, those snacks, or that subscription that drains money without adding lasting value. Step number 3, calculate the long-term cost. Multiply the expense over months and years, then imagine it invested with compounding growth. Step number 4, redirect into savings. Set up automatic transfers to a savings or investment account equal to your latte factor. Step number 5, start small but stay consistent. Even $5 a day builds momentum. The key is discipline, not size. Step number 6, replace with intentional joy. Brew coffee at home, cook home cooked meals, or find low cost alternatives that still bring satisfaction. Step number 7, scale with growth. As income increases, raise the amount redirected. Wealth accelerates when habits grow with opportunity. Step number 8, build accountability. Share your goals with a friend or partner to stay consistent and motivated. And then step number 9, celebrate milestones. Track progress and acknowledge how small choices are compounding into real results. Okay? By practicing these steps, you turn small daily choices into powerful investments. The Latte Factor proves that financial freedom is not about earning more, it's about choosing better. Okay? So this is definitely something that I've implemented in my financial life for the past 3.5 years now, and I can definitely tell you I've been seeing differences in my bank account. I've been seeing differences in my ability to retain my wealth whenever I do earn money from my salary or from my investments. My discipline and my ability to retain my wealth has grown exponentially over these past 3.5 years. And I don't succumb to any sort of consumer temptation like emotional spending or any kind of, like essentially buyer's temptation. I don't know what that is. I've had it before, but like I mentioned, these steps have really helped me to grow out of that lack mentality, that scarcity mentality, and allowed me to evolve into this growth mentality, into this wealth mentality, having this investor's perspective. So it's definitely something that I'd recommend for you. And if you're going to implement this in your daily life and your daily doings, just drop them in the comments. And if this is something that you will be doing for the next month, the next 6 months, for the next year, I would really love it if you could save this video and then just come back to it within a year's time and tell me how it assisted you or if it aided you. All right. So I'll leave you with this reflection. What small daily choice could you redirect today to build wealth tomorrow? Think about it, share it, and let's explore together how the Latte Factor transforms habits into freedom. Okay? So I'd really love to hear your perspective. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's your Latte Factor? Your commentary really does add to the conversation, and together I know we can build a deeper understanding of how small choices create big wealth. Alright? So I'd just like to seize this moment to thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. If you enjoyed my insight, go ahead and leave me a like. And if you're interested in hearing more about what I have to share on this channel, then you can subscribe as well. And once again, I am inevitable, and this is the Calm Face Violent Ambition podcast. Have a wonderful rest of your day.